Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking you into a really fascinating story, maybe a counter-narrative about digital commerce. We're looking at Chiro Friday. It's a marketplace in Kenya that, well, it kind of proves you don't always need venture capital or fancy apps to create, huge economic impact.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, the focus is Chiro Friday, and it's an initiative that's actually run by a really powerful nonprofit network called Forgotten Bottom Millions. People call it 4BM. And their mission is very clear: empowering underserved youth, bridging these pretty severe resource gaps for communities across all 47 counties in Kenya. Chiro Friday is, you could say, their star player in making that happen.
And the name itself, Chiro Friday, kind of gives you a clue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Our sources explain that Chiro is the local word for a market. So it's not really about reinventing trade itself.
No, not at all.
It's more about changing the location of the market, taking that traditional bustling marketplace concept and putting it online using, well, the tool everyone has, WhatsApp.
Exactly. It's the ultimate low barrier transformation, really.
Okay.
This whole idea basically turns a network of, get this, over 100 WhatsApp groups into these collaborative hubs for business promotions, sales, networking. And it launched right when it was needed most, around 2020, peak COVID pandemic time. It was part of 4BM's broader #AfricaGotcha campaign to keep things moving when physical movement just stopped.
Right. Which brings us to the core question for you, the listener. We see Amazon, Shopify, high-tech, high-investment platforms as the standard. So how does this seemingly simple community approach, using just a chat app, provide not just a bit of side income, but a real economic lifeline? Let's start with the philosophy behind it.
Yeah, we really have to start with the ethics, I think, because that's the bedrock, the trust that lets this whole thing scale up. The main goal is pretty straightforward. Give small entrepreneurs, local artisans, people coming out of vocational training centers, VTCs, a space with low friction but high visibility. Let them show their work, make money, especially when the economy's tough.
And the scale you mentioned, it's immediately striking. This 4BM network, through all these WhatsApp groups, they reach over 500,000 people. 500,000 users every single week.
Huge numbers.
But here's the key difference, right? It's not like a mass email list. This isn't just a passive audience. These are like vetted community members.
That vetting is crucial. It fights the digital noise, the scams you see everywhere else when you try to do commerce on open platforms. Chiro Friday runs on this strict ethical rule: fee-free self-promotion. Sellers don't pay to list. But, and this is important, the network expects accountability, legitimacy.
Okay, so how does that work? That verification across 100 different groups. If I'm, say, a young person selling handmade baskets, how do the admins know I'm legit without charging me a fee?
That's where the volunteer spirit comes in. It's been the 4BM way since 2016. The posts, the shares, they're screened pretty carefully by the group admins. It's not like a formal background check, maybe, but it's reputation management. Content moderation. If you're selling at a local group, people generally know you or know of you. If you try to scam someone, you're out immediately. And the word gets around the whole admin network fast.
So it's a kind of localized, reputation-based trust system, enforced by community managers who aren't paid staff, but they're committed to the network. That makes trust itself the currency, much more valuable than some digital badge.
Precisely. And it keeps the cost, financial and mental, super low for everyone. The focus stays on peer support, real inclusion, especially for young people in trades, welding, farming advice, tech repair. They might not have cash for a website, but they've got WhatsApp and community backing.
Okay, so the ethical base, the huge trusted network, that's clear. But, turning a chat app into an actual marketplace, that's tricky. How do they manage the practical side? How do you stop it just being endless scrolling messages in 100 groups?
Structure, that's absolutely key. And they achieved it mainly through rhythm and coordination. They made Chiro Friday a fixed weekly thing, a Friday ritual. Members know Monday to Thursday is for general chat, sharing opportunities, but Friday is strictly for business pitches. Commerce time.
Right, so the timing controls the noise level. Smart. But coordinating across 100-plus groups, how does that work?
Yeah, this is where they get clever with simple tools. It's only open to 4BM groups with at least 150 active members, so there's some baseline engagement. And the coordination, it's handled by the group admins themselves. They have their own separate high-level WhatsApp channel just for communication, instructions, oversight. It's like a hierarchy, but all within WhatsApp.
Governance by group chat. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, Let's talk about what the sellers actually do, the tech they use. It's basically standard WhatsApp features, just used really well.
Absolutely. The tech stack is as basic as it gets, but the way they use it is smart. Sellers post pitches using everything WhatsApp offers, good photos of products, detailed descriptions, even voice notes explaining a service, maybe status updates for a flash sale. And the key thing tying it all together is the official hashtag Chiro Friday. That makes things searchable, trackable, even outside the specific group chat.
And the actual buying and selling, that relies heavily on something else that's huge in Kenya, right? M-Pesa.
Oh, completely vital. M-Pesa, the mobile money system, it's not just common in Kenya, is the financial backbone for so many people. Chiro Friday just plugs right into that. Sellers pop their M-Pesa payment link into their post. Transactions are instant, secure, trusted. It completely bypasses the need for some complicated, expensive payment system.
But instant payment, that must be critical. In a market built on quick trust, if a buyer has to mess around with banks or other apps, the impulse might just fade. M-Pesa makes it immediate.
Exactly. It enables that fast transaction speed you need for a busy marketplace. And sellers use other standard features too, like quick replies for customer questions, group broadcasts for updates on stock or delivery. The real efficiency boost is amplifying reach massively without needing costly websites or burning through mobile data, which is a big deal for many users. It just layers on to 4BM's regular daily shares they already do, over 870 opportunity shares a month anyway.
They really are meeting users exactly where they are, digitally and financially.
Okay.
Which, okay, brings us to the really compelling part, the results, the actual impact. Because the theory sounds good, but making millions of shillings via WhatsApp, that still feels, well, almost unbelievable.
Yeah, this is the part that really makes you rethink standard e-commerce ideas. Let me tell you about one specific case from early on that was hugely impactful. It involved a local artisan, a fundi, as they're called in Kenya. This particular fundi specialized in metalwork. He was in a relatively small group, only about 154 members. He used Chiro Friday, posted a simple pitch, just looking for clients, orders for his work.
And I'm guessing the response wasn't just good.
Good doesn't quite cover it. In just 72 hours, 3 days, the community trust and that network effect kicked in. That single post resulted in this fund day getting over 800 confirmed orders.
Wow, 800 orders.
And the estimated value of those orders was around 20 million Kenyan shillings. That's roughly 200,000 US dollars. Plus, the post went viral way beyond WhatsApp, getting millions of views on Twitter and Facebook, all starting from that one small group chat post.
Okay, hold on. $200,000 in orders in 3 days. It's incredible for any business, let alone a single artisan.
Right.
But how? I mean, logistically, how does one fundy possibly handle 800 orders suddenly appearing? There's no inventory software, no automated logistics. That's the real challenge, isn't it?
That's the critical point people often miss with this kind of low-tech success. You're right, the challenge instantly flips from getting sales to actually making and delivering the goods. What the sources suggest, and what's typical in these networks, is that the same 4BM community that generated the sales also helps solve the fulfillment puzzle. The fundi almost certainly tapped into his peer network immediately, hiring other VTC trainees, maybe apprentices, other local artisans he trusted, just to manage the sheer volume.
Ah, so the platform sells the goods, but the network provides the scalable labor and maybe even help source materials quickly. It's like a self-healing ecosystem.
Exactly. If the fundi was struggling, he could post another request, this time for help, within the same trusted network. That shared trust allows for really rapid collaboration that you wouldn't get otherwise.
That makes sense. It's community-powered fulfillment.
Yeah, and that success story really cemented Chiro Friday's reputation. By 2023, it wasn't just an experiment, it was a recognized pillar of online WhatsApp selling in Kenya. And more broadly, it helped 4BM distribute over 100,400 job shares and training opportunities across the country. It became a real economic engine.
And it's still evolving, right? The sources mention a 2025 promo hinting at expanded sessions, maybe more formalized sales pieces within the chat environment.
That's right. They're teasing expanded July sessions specifically for verified sales, suggesting they're looking at handling even higher volumes, possibly more structure within the chat framework. It's just a prime example of incredible resourcefulness. Chiro Friday shows how you can take social chat, build it on real community trust, and turn it directly into sustainable, high-value livelihoods.
So wrapping this up for you, the listener, Chiro Friday's magic seems to be this blend of 3 things. The deep community trust, the dedicated volunteer effort, coordinating it all, and cleverly using technology that's already everywhere and uses little data, like WhatsApp. It created huge economic opportunity for people often left out by the big, shiny tech solutions.
And if you're interested in learning more or even joining, the network is free. It's open to verified members. You can connect via their website, 4bm.africa, or through the various 4BM WhatsApp networks themselves.
Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. You've just heard about a platform doing, potentially, KSH 20 million, that's $200,000 in sales in 72 hours, with no custom app, no complex website. So what does the success of Chiro Friday tell us about the real barriers to digital commerce worldwide? How much of that barrier is genuinely technological, needing big investments in software and data, and how much might just be psychological? An assumption that you need all that complexity, especially compared to what we see in wealthier economies.
Yeah, that's a question worth considering. Think about that next time someone suggests building a whole new, expensive platform, when maybe the best tool is already sitting in everyone's pocket.
Thanks for diving in with us.